Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Behind the scenes, my journey as Roger Federer's coach and the harrowing match against Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal, otherwise known as the King of Clay, dominated the surface at Roland Garros for almost 2 decades, striking fear into this rival's ex-coach. The prospect of facing Rafael Nadal on his home Roland Garros patch struck fear into the heart of Roger Federer's former coach, Ivan Ljubicic. Croatian Ljubicic, who once reached an 18th ranking of world, no 3 in his own right, replaced Stefan Edberg as Federer's coach in 2015. Credited with improving the Swiss icon's backhand and helping him win his final 3 career Grand Slams, the 45-year-old stayed in the post until Federer retired in 2022. Federer made up a third of the legendary Big Three that dominated men's tennis from the early 2000s, alongside Novak Djokovic and soon-to-retire rival Nadal. When asked about the latter joining Federer in retirement, Ljubicic issued the highest of praise, recalling the nightmarish times he had to face the Spaniard on clay in Paris. Playing against Rafa on the Philip Chatrier is difficult. It's a traumatic experience, the Croatian, now working for the French Tennis Federation, admitted to Eurosport. Ljubicic faced the iconic Spaniard twice at the French Open in 2006 and 2011, losing both ties and straight sets. In fact, the Croatian only bested Nadal twice in his career, notably never on clay. The first coming at the Qatar Open in 2005, 5 months before 19-year-old Nadal would taste debut Roland Garros success. Nadal's second defeat came in 2010 at Indian Wells, and 14 years on, the Spaniard will finally hang up his racket at the end of the 2024 season, much to the surprise of Ljubicic. "I was surprised when Nadal announced his retirement," he added. "I can obviously understand why. That's not the point. But for me, Rafa Nadal is the French Open, and it's hard to accept that he's not going to play the French Open. Champions like that play to win, not to participate. And that's something we've come to understand when we've seen the man with 21 Grand Slam titles drag his misery around over the last few months. I don't know exactly what his level of play or physical condition is, but it's not what we're used to, and it doesn't allow him to compete at a very high level." Despite feeling such sorrow at Nadal not being too able to make another French Open, Ljubicic at least takes some pleasure in the superstar's swan song being on home soil, as he admitted. He's going to finish in the Davis Cup at home. The Croatian continued, also heaping praise on the Swiss star he used to coach, who, much like Nadal, used to dominate a specific surface in grass. "I never played Federer at Wimbledon, but I played him many times, and it was complicated because he had all the solutions," Ljubicic concluded. "Rafa's tennis is tactically quite simple, but it's impossible to handle, especially with his lift. But Roger always came up with different solutions, and for me tactically it was very complicated."